Okay, so what if I told you that people right now at this very moment are playing Battlefield 2042? For one, it's a bit of a relief to me, but two, it's expected. A week or so just before the beta does finally come out on September the 22nd, some content creators have now got early access to play the Battlefield 2042 beta, and probably towards the end of the week, if not early next week, they'll probably have permission to upload that early content, similar to what they did with the COD Vanguard. And yeah, we're finally going to see some updated Battlefield 2042 gameplay, and I can't wait. This information was essentially given to us earlier on today by Tom Henderson, obviously the insider, the leaker. So it all stemmed from this one tweet from Modern Warzone, which was reflecting on the viewership on Twitch for COD Vanguard, essentially saying that it's around 1.1k total viewers across the entirety of Twitch, which is abysmal for a brand new game that's being shown off and released to the public for the first time. And he goes on to say that the first round of content creators are playing Battlefield 2042 right now and yesterday. This could explain the low numbers with people watching and things like that. Now you may ask, why would this explain the low numbers of Vanguard? Surely it just means Vanguard's terrible. Well, yes, it could mean that, but also that if the certain content creators aren't streaming Vanguard, then the viewership isn't going to be there, if you know what I mean. So they're obviously not streaming it because they're playing Battlefield. And yeah, it's a relief that we're actually having people play it and hopefully giving positive and negative feedback on the game as well for when we do finally get it and see it when the gameplay does release. There was also another tweet that I wanted to go over as well, which is around basically excited to finally see more Battlefield 2042 this week. Hopefully we see a lot more updated gameplays instead of the old builds. Now, in the last couple of gameplay trailers we've received, along with the actual playtests itself, all of that gameplay was captured from a version of the game which was 4 months old. Now, if you guys have ever seen the leaked gameplays that are all over Twitter, all over YouTube, you'll know that it looks really rough. It does not look like a fun time to be a Battlefield fan if you're watching that leaked gameplay. It's really buggy. It's just the animations are terrible. The game looks literally awful. Battlefield 3 looks better than Battlefield 2042 on some of the leaked gameplay that we've seen, and on the links from down below in the description, so go check it out. And yeah, go check out that gameplay and you'll see exactly what I mean, how it looks really janky and things along those lines. But yeah, it's a bit concerning if that's the gameplay we're getting literally less than a month before the game does release. On the 22nd of September, obviously the version of the game that we're going to be playing is not going to be the most up-to-date version of the game. It never is. Vanguard, the beta, probably isn't the most up-to-date version of that game either. There's a lot of optimization, a lot of graphical tuning and things like that needs to be done behind the scenes before the game does finally release. But I felt like we're going to be playing a version of the game which is maybe a month old or so from September the 22nd during the beta, and then when the game finally releases, that's when the most up-to-date version will obviously be launched to the public properly, and that's typically how it works anyway. And the lack of communication has made me a little bit concerned, but I'm hoping that we're going to get some good information, details on Hazard Zone and things like that this week, as well as actual gameplay from the beta. Again, touching up on Hazard Zone a little bit, we still don't know anything about it. We don't know if Hazard Zone is going to be an Escape from Tarkov styled inspired game mode, or if it's going to be like Warzone, a normal generic battle royale. We do not know this information yet. DICE or EA have not told us exactly what Hazard Zone is. We've had a very brief description around Hazard Zone, around what the game is and what it entails, but we've had no official information on what the actual game mode itself is. And again, it's a bit concerning to me. So hopefully this week or early next week we'll get some details around Hazard Zone, and I think that we will actually get a reveal of Hazard Zone in the next week or two. I mean, we have to know what we're looking forward to. If it is an Escape from Tarkov type game, they release a trailer for it or some gameplay, just give it to me. Just give me the gameplay, man. Oh, if it is like Escape from Tarkov, a less hardcore version of it, I think it's gonna absolutely slap. Not to mention as well, some leaks in the past were saying that there's going to be a free-to-play element of Battlefield 2042. Whether that's going to be Hazard Zone, I'm pretty sure it has to be Hazard Zone. It can't be All Out Warfare, and it can't be Portal. It has got to be Hazard Zone that's free to play. If it is, bro, it's gonna kick off. A less hardcore version of Tarkov, where you spawn into a map, you can loot around, you can get kills, you can follow a storyline, you can extract with loot. If you die with all of the loot you've got, you lose it all completely unless it's insured. Bro, it's just all I've ever wanted and more. Really excited for it. I really hope they do pull it off. I'll be a bit disappointed if it's not like that, or if they're taking a little bit too far, and I don't know, man. I just hope that it's good. I really do. You can also expect to see some brand new gameplay this week, probably, that's going to be leaked as well, because we always get this with playtests and content creator sessions where people have the game early. They always send it through to industry insiders around different leaks and things like that, just to show them and give them a confirmation that the game does look good and that we've got no issues with the games and things like that. So be sure to be on the lookout for some leaked gameplay coming out this week potentially, and early next week before the beta does drop as well. And if we do get any, guys, I'll keep you updated on the channel, so be sure to stick around that as well. One of the concerns I actually wanted to cover and touch upon in this video as well was around the communication that we've received, or should I say that we've not received, from DICE or EA around around Battlefield. We've actually not had any proper information, solid information from the devs around Battlefield 2042, really, since the Xbox event at E3. It's been that long since we've had some information. That was like a month or two ago right now, and we've had nothing since. Obviously, we've had a couple of trailers here and there. We've had the Irish trailer. We've also had a couple of things around the Specialist as well, which was essentially just released to put the community at rest, to say that we are working on the game. We are obviously still here, and here's a bit of gameplay to shut you up essentially until the beta comes out. But again, we've had nothing, and it's concerning to me. Are we going to have a year of no communication and only communication when the seasonal events drops up? When the season pass drops, we'll have a tweet or a bit of communication from the community manager around things like that, on the content that's coming out and stuff, similar to what they're doing in COD. Or are we going to have year-long communication with the development team, the social media team within Battlefield, EA, and DICE? I want to have constant communication, open communication with the developers, with the community manager. I want to be able to feedback what I don't like about the game, what I like about the game, and then just have like things like bug fixes, weapon tuning, vehicle tuning, different map changes, and things like that. I want them to be able to tweet that out in confidence to say that we are working on this, and yeah, this is the new things we've implemented, this is the things that we've changed. I want that open line of communication. It's so important for a successful game, and I really hope that Battlefield do that and improve on it when the game does come out. Especially if Hazard Zone is going to be free to play. If Hazard Zone is going to be Battlefield's baby this year, if it's going to be free to play, they need to have an open line of communication. It has got to be consistent. If it's not consistent, it's not going to work. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I feel like Hazard Zone is going to be the next big thing if it's free to play. Really, really looking forward to it. I know I've said it enough in this video, but I really, really am. So yeah, Battlefield 2042 is actually a game. It's not just a myth. It's not just a thought. It's actually a game, and it's actually being played by people right now, content creators. The larger content creators, so like the Jack Rags, the Westies, will probably be playing it something like yesterday till now. We'll have a smaller content creator session maybe today or tomorrow or the next day as well. So it'll be split up into a couple of sessions, I believe, go leading up until next week. So we're going to have some good cut-up gameplay next week as well, and potentially even early this week. So as I said in the video, be sure to be on the lookout for leaked gameplay around Battlefield. There were new leaked gameplay, but go check in the link down below in the description if you guys want to see the gameplay that's already out there in the open. It's yeah, it's a bit rough, but it gives you an idea of what the game is going to be like and how it's going to look, what it's going to feel like. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed today's video, guys. Drop a like if you have, get involved in the channel, make sure you are subscribed, and ding dong that notification bell as well. I don't say it enough, but it's always useful to know and to keep up to date with all the latest Battlefield and Call of Duty details as well. But guys, hope you have enjoyed today's video. We'll see you all in the next one.